role, responsibilities, and what they are expected to perform, particularly in the process of their study till the completion of the program. So I begin by congratulating all the newly admitted learners to the program of study to which they are enrolled. We have enrolled more than about 36,000 students for July 2021 fresh admissions, out of which today we have invited approximately around 30,000 students of various master's degrees, bachelor's degrees, diploma programs, postgraduate diploma programs, and few postgraduate certificate programs as well. My congratulations to all these learners. Congratulations not only for having taken admission to the program of study to which they are enrolled, but also the fact that it speaks volumes about their very high level of motivation, their commitment, and their perseverance to improve their professional competencies, their academic qualifications, and skills, particularly which is all the more important in the fast changing environment in which we are living, and all the more when the things are transforming in a different format altogether. So, this is an important period and phase of our life, and acquiring an additional qualification during this time period speaks volumes. And of course, let me assure all the newly admitted learners that we at Indira Gandhi National Open University, at the regional center, at the study center, will try to provide the best possible academic support and other related support to ensure that your teaching learning is one of the best, and you do not feel any kind of problem in the process of the completion of your program. So this is something which is very important. Before I proceed further, I would like to just give a brief account of our university, Indira Gandhi National Open University. When was it established? What has been its contribution in the educational landscape of the country? And of course, what all we have been able to achieve during the last almost about 36, 37 years of our working. You may be aware at the time when you had taken admission, you must have gone through, I'm confident, the prospectus which is available online on the website of the Indira Gandhi National Open University, that IGNOU was established by an act of parliament, and its establishment heralded a new era in the educational landscape of the country. The Open University was conceived as an innovative, sensitive, and an effective promoter of lifelong learning in a fast changing and developing society like ours. And during the last almost more than 36 years of our operations, we have been able to redeem these expectations in a substantial measure. Today, IGNOU has emerged as the single largest university system in the world, with a cumulative student strength of more than 30 lakh students enrolled for more than 250 programs of study, ranging from awareness level programs, certificate level, diploma, postgraduate diploma, bachelor's, master's, MPhil, and PhD program. And these programs are designed and developed by 21 schools of studies located at IGNOU Maidangadi, and the program delivery takes place through the regional centers, which is 67 in number as of now. Delhi 3 is one amongst them, and out of these 67 regional centers, 11 regional centers are exclusively devoted for serving the defense personnel, Indian Army, Air Force, some parts of Navy, and of course, uh, we have paramilitary forces like Assam Rifles and other forces, those who have been associated with us, and we are exclusively providing support to the learners drawn from these forces. And for regular regional center like Delhi 3, there are large number of study centers, and the cumulative strength of the study centers spread all across the length and breadth of the country as on date is more than 2,000. All these study centers are colleges and universities affiliated to different institutions, including universities, all government recognized, and as per the rules of the University Grants Commission. And all of them are providing effective support to our learners throughout the country. The total cumulative strength of the academic counselors as on date of the university is more than 45,000. Academic counselors are the teachers, those who are engaged on full-time basis in their respective host institution. It could be a college, it could be university, it could be a research organization, it could be an engineering college, it could be a hospital, it could be a medical college. And on part-time basis, they are supporting our learners, especially during the weekends and also during the vacation period, and as per the requirement of the program, which calls for at times even continuous spell of 10 days, 12 days, 15 days of contact programs, depending upon the program of study to which the learner is there, and as per the requirement of the program. Now, all these things, why I'm telling is that you should have an idea and an understanding, the magnanimity of the system as to what way the entire system and the mechanism is functioning. And it is not only confined to the national territory of the country, but also the fact that IGNOU has transcended the national boundaries. We are operating in more than 16 countries outside India, offering the same set of programs, which is being offered to our learners in different parts of the world. And they are constantly pursuing our program, and the demand is constantly going up. Every year, it gets reflected in terms of the increased enrollment, demand for more and more programs of the university, and the university is into different type of initiatives, particularly in terms of the digitization, in terms of the uh, increased use of the online support being provided to the learners, just to ensure that the learners, they do not feel any kind of gap or difference in terms of the academic support which is being provided to the learners of the face-to-face institutional mechanism. So this is something which is very important for each one of us to understand. And catering to such a vast heterogeneous body of learners, just as I told you that about 30 lakh students plus are being regularly, catered to, and this number is continuously increasing, and catering to them on a vast network of countrywide study centers and regional centers. uh, the university has laid down mechanism to ensure that the teaching learning takes place in the best possible. Understanding and realizing the fact that this vast heterogeneous body of learners who are demographically diverse in terms of age, region, religion, gender, background, majority being educationally disadvantaged on account of the constraints of the conventional system, or maybe because of their personal reasons, and still majority of the learners, those who are drawn towards us, they are from the so-called economically disadvantaged section of the society. And that is the reason as to why the uniqueness of the system is that we try to provide, and this is what is one of the distinguishing feature as well of the Indira Gandhi National Open University, that we have flexible admission rules, then nationwide student support network, individualized process of study in terms of pace, place, and duration of study. Then most of the programs, whatever we are offering, at whatever level, whether at the master's level, bachelor's level, or professional programs, or certificate and diploma programs, they're all very cost effective. And we have an elaborate arrangement of resource sharing collaboration with different institutions within the country and outside as well. And good number of institutions, the experts drawn from these institutions, they are collaborating with us in conceptualizing, in design, development, and of course, the program delivery of the different programs of study, whatever we are offering. The idea behind giving you all the details was that you just understand the scale at which the entire operation of the university is taking place, and within this scale itself, what way we are going to provide you the support. This is what is something which is very important, and we have to understand that we adopt more than one media, more than one medium to impart education to our learners. And that is why the teaching learning methodology of Indira Gandhi National Open University is called as the multiple media approach of imparting education to the learners. Multiple media means that more than one medium is used to provide academic support and also support in other procedure related matters to our learners to ensure that their teaching learning takes place without much of hindrance or without much of uh, problems to the learners. And this is what we call as the multiple media approach of imparting education. The first and foremost in this multiple media approach is the print media, what we call as the self-instructional study material. This is the backbone of our distance distance education system. That every learner in our system is provided by a study material, which we call as the self-instructional study material. Before I talk about it further, let me give a clarification and comparison between the ODL system, open and distance education system, and of course the conventional system. In the ODL system, what we call as the program of study, the learners, those who are pursuing BA, BCom, MA in different programs, be it in English, Hindi, political science, history, economics, commerce, these are all the program of study which in conventional system is normally called as the course. Just as we say that, okay, which course you are pursuing from, say, for example, we are talking about Delhi University. So, which course you are pursuing from Delhi University? People or the students would normally say that, okay, I'm pursuing BA or I'm pursuing BCom and like that. So, in our system, we call this as a program of study. And the subject in each of these courses, the subject in each of these program of study or the course in the conventional system, where we call different subjects, are called as the course. Say, for example, we are talking about the MA economics. So we have subjects like microeconomics, we have macroeconomics, we have international banking, we have international trade, then we have money banking, then we have you know econometrics, it could be statistics, development economics, so on and so forth. Now, these are all different subjects which we call as course in our parlance. Please try to understand this. So, why I'm trying to convey the difference between the two? It is only to ensure that you are able to have an understanding about the study material. The study material which we provide to the learners, they come in the form of the small booklets, what we call as the block. And for every course, we have 4 or 5 booklets in the name of the block, and these are titled for each of the course which is covered. And for, say, for example, microeconomics, it could be block 1, block 2, block 3, block 4, block 5. There could be 4 blocks, there could be 5 blocks. It depends and varies from program to program. And in each block, we have different chapters, what we call in our system, that is ODL system, as the units. Please try to understand that. Normally, it could be indicated to you in subsequent time period that whenever you come prepared for the face-to-face counseling or online counseling, so these blocks would be covered, these units would be covered. So you shouldn't be surprised to hear these terminologies. These are the terminologies which are used in our system just to convey the meaning of the self-instructional study material and the courses which are being covered and the chapters which are likely to be covered. So please try to understand this basic concept. Then we'll be in a better position to have a proper understanding about it. Now, for every unit, we have a broad structure, broad framework, which gives you the overall view as to what all would be covered under this unit. And starting from the introduction to section 1, section 2, section 3, subsection 4, 5, so on and so forth, everything would be detailed over there just to give you an understanding, that this is how the entire chapter has been elaborated. And the distinguishing feature of this study material is that it is written in a self-instructional language, in the sense that you will feel as if the teacher is talking to you, just as I'm talking to you right now. You will have a feel that a teacher is talking to you through the study material. And the material would, or the unit in general would start that, okay, the first part is introduction, and after having gone through this particular unit, you'll be able to have an understanding about subject matter on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, whatever number of sections are there or subsections are there. You'll be able to have an understanding about it. And after every section, or maybe within each section, there'll be a check your progress exercise as well. Certain questions would be given to you. They are just basic questions which relate to the content given in the previous few pages, so as to ensure that you are able to understand. If you are able to answer those questions after having gone through the study material, please try to take it in the spirit that yes, I have understood and one can proceed further. But if you have not been able to understand it, then my sincere advice is that please go through the pages again and try to understand from the perspective of the questions asked in the check your progress. Now, this check your progress exercise could be taken akin to, उसको हम ऐसे समझ सकते हैं कि जिस प्रकार से एक फेस टू फेस मोड में टीचर अपने स्टूडेंट्स को एड्रेस करते हैं और उनसे पूछते हैं कि अगर कोई परेशानी है, अगर कोई क्लैरिफिकेशन चाहिए, अगर कहीं पे कोई डिफिकल्टी है तो आप बताएं. तो एग्जैक्टली उसी तरह से आपको टेक्स्ट में सवाल आप ही से पूछ करके आपसे ये एक्सपेक्ट करेंगे कि आपने अगर चीजें समझ ली हैं तो आप आगे बढ़ सकते हैं. If you have not been able to understand, my advice would be that please go through those pages again and try to understand the content and see that you are able to answer the questions, whatever they are. They are all very simple questions given in the check your progress, just to ensure that whatever you are reading, you are progressing well. आप समझ रहे हैं तभी आप इसको आगे बढ़ पाएंगे. इस चीज को थोड़ा सा आप ध्यान दीजिएगा, और एक बार अगर आप इसको ध्यान पूर्वक कर लेंगे तो आई एम श्योर you'll be in a better position to have a thorough understanding about it. So from one section to another, subsections and so on and so forth, the entire units gets completed like this. Another part which is important is that end of the unit we give a summary. जो भी हमने पढ़ा है उस यूनिट में या बताया है उसकी एक समरी होती है, और समरी के बाद में कुछ जो नई टर्मिनोलॉजीज को इस्तेमाल किया गया है, नए शब्दों का इस्तेमाल किया गया है, उसके बारे में भी वहां पे शब्दार्थ या उसके मीनिंग्स दिए गए हैं, just to give you an understanding as to these are the new terms which have been used. Many a times a learner may find that, well, what is that? So we are in a position to understand that these are the terms and this is what is the meaning of those terms. And after that, there'll be certain unit end questions, जिसको कि हमको समझना होगा, देखना होगा कि हाँ भाई किस तरह से ये करना है. और उसके बाद में कुछ चेक योर प्रोग्रेस के क्वेश्चंस के सजेस्टेड आंसर्स भी होंगे. Please do not get tempted to go immediately or jump immediately on those check your progress exercise and the suggested answers. First, try to give answers in your own words. Try to understand, comprehend it in your own words, and then, of course, you could check the suggested answers and see that to what extent you have answered them correctly. And if you feel that there is a major deviation, then of course, yes, you can take help from those answers and accordingly try to improve on it. But if you feel that there is some further requirement is there, then accordingly, my sincere advice would be that please go through it repeatedly till you are confident that yes, I have understood it. Now, here I'll take a pause and I'll give you another distinguishing feature of the study material. That the study material, which comes in the form of the booklets called block, they are, and the chapterization or units are layout has been done in such a way that on every page, left margin and right margins, we have given little extra space. The idea behind giving this extra space is just to ensure that okay, at the time of reading the study material you jot down the important points so that it becomes a ready reckoner for you, and those important points would be such that you are able to jot them down. And my suggestion would be that you can take two pens of different things. One could be blue, one could be red. Blue could be used for jotting down the important points which you have understood. And red could be the point where, despite the repeated attempts, you have not been able to understand. Despite the suggested answers, also, still, if the concept is not clear, you can jot down those points in red ink right there itself, underline them, and then, of course, when you go in the face to face or online counseling support, you can seek clarification from the academic counselor or the teacher who will be there to help you out. This is something which is very, very important. If you are able to do that, I'm sure you'll be in a much better position to grasp the subject and to have an understanding of the subject matter, whatever has been indicated to you. So this is about the printed study material. And next part is that for every course, there is an assignment which is to be submitted by the learners at the respective learner support center. Now, what is this assignment? Assignment is nothing but the questions which are based on different aspects of the material, study material which has been provided to you. It could be from one particular block, it could be related to two different blocks, depending upon the aspects which are being covered. But please ensure that these assignments, they carry a weightage of about 30%. 30% assignments, 30% weightage is an important aspect which is there in your own hand. Please understand the questions well, go through the study material, write well, and try to do it in the best possible manner. But my advice would be that please do not get tempted to copy the content from the study material. Copy from one another. Normally, the students have the tendency that, okay, I'll copy it from my friend. One part I do, another part my friend does, and then they exchange the notes. Do not do that. And thirdly, do not do it in a typed format. Assignment is to be submitted in your own handwriting, without copying from the study material, and without copying from one another. This is something which is very important. Teachers and the academic counselors have been given standing guidelines that in case you find that the answer of a particular assignment has been found to be copied, they could even award you 0 marks. So this is an important aspect which you must understand, and please try to ensure that you complete this in your own word within the stipulated time frame and as per the deadlines specified by the university. For the learners of July 2021 session, of course, we know that there has been a slight delay, mainly on account of the ongoing pandemic of COVID-19. The entire process has been delayed, but Assignment submission is to be done latest by 31st of March. Please keep on checking the dates and deadlines on the website. As of now, the date is 31st of March. You have to submit the assignments at the respective study center. One. Number two, this is not to be, as of now, this is not to be submitted physically because of the ongoing Omicron variant of this COVID-19 and the way in which it is spreading very fast. All precautions are to be taken. So no study center is working in face-to-face mode. They're all functional and functioning in online mode. All the details regarding the submission links for the assignments through email or through Google Form would be provided in due course of time. Except for the learners, those who were admitted for certificate programs, for semester-based programs, for which their examination, which was due initially in December and subsequently which was scheduled in January, which has again been deferred on account of the sudden surge in the number of the COVID cases. Uh, the last date for submission of the assignment for only the certificate program students and semester based students admitted in July 2021 has now been extended till 15th of January. Please make sure that no other learner of annual program admitted in July, चाहे BCom का हो, चाहे BA का हो, चाहे MA का हो, चाहे MCom का हो या डिप्लोमा का स्टूडेंट हो, आप लोग इस चीज को ध्यान दीजिएगा कि आपकी आखिरी तारीख असाइनमेंट सबमिशन की वो होगी 31 मार्च आज की तारीख में मैं बता रहा हूँ. It could get further extended depending upon the prevalence of the pandemic and what the situation is at that point in time. Number one. नंबर टू, ये ऑनलाइन आपको देना होगा जिसका लिंक हमारे रीजनल सेंटर की वेबसाइट पे आपको दिया गया है. और ये लिंक जब आएगा तो उस समय आपको लिखा रहेगा उस पे असाइनमेंट सबमिशन फॉर जून 2022 सेशन, उसमें आपको सबमिट करना है. और जिन स्टूडेंट के बारे में मैंने अभी बताया है कि दिसंबर 2021 वाले, वो केवल और केवल सेमेस्टर बेस्ड और सर्टिफिकेट प्रोग्राम के स्टूडेंट्स के लिए है जिनका प्रवेश जुलाई 2021 सत्र में हुआ है. तो ये हमारा पहला माध्यम है, इसको पूरी तरह से आप समझ लें सो दैट यू डोंट हैव एनी काइंड ऑफ अ डिफिकल्टी एंड अकॉर्डिंगली यू कैन प्रोसीड फर्दर. Second medium. Now, second medium is when the teacher comes either online or in face-to-face mode. स्टडी मटेरियल आपको दे दिया, आपको बता दिया गया कि ये सेल्फ इंस्ट्रक्शनल है. इसमें एक पार्ट जरूर है कि सभी स्टूडेंट्स को स्टडी मटेरियल वो मैदान गढ़ी से भेजा जा रहा है. जिनको नहीं मिला है, दे मे नॉट गेट पैनिकी अबाउट इट. द सॉफ्ट कॉपी ऑफ द स्टडी मटेरियल इज अवेलेबल ऑन द ई-ज्ञान कोश लिंक ऑफ इंदिरा गांधी नेशनल ओपन यूनिवर्सिटी. IGNOU की जो वेबसाइट है उस पे ई-ज्ञान कोश का जो लिंक है, वहां से आप अपना सॉफ्ट कॉपी का स्टडी मटेरियल डाउनलोड कर सकते हैं और आप पढ़ सकते हैं till you receive the hard copy of the study material. Every learner, let me tell you, every learner would be sent the study material separately by the MPDD, Material Production and Distribution Division from Maidan Gadi. So do not get panicky about it. Just wait patiently, and till you receive it, you can continue to study from the soft copy of the material, which is already uploaded on the website of the university, and it could be downloaded by you, and you can study from there. And also do not get panicky that, okay, out of 5 courses, I have the study material only of 3 courses or 4 courses. Baki ek ka nahi hai, 2 ka nahi hai. Don't get panicky about it. Whatever is there, start at least reading. Develop the habit of regular study, regular reading. Then only you'll be able to complete the program in a best possible manner. So this is all about your self-instructional study material or the print medium. Second, when I said that counseling support or face-to-face and online support, whatever you have studied in the study material, when I was mentioning that jot down the points in red and blue, it is expected of you that when the counseling is conducted, you come prepared in that counseling session in accordance with the schedule and the course and the areas which are likely to be covered. You will get only limited number of face-to-face or online counseling sessions. So when you come in the face-to-face or online support for academic counseling, come fully prepared. Because of the limited number of the sessions, the teacher would be giving you the broad overview of the uh, subject, and it would be expected of you that whatever difficulties you have, you try to get it resolved then and there itself. Uh, why limited number of session? I'll just go a step further and elaborate on another important aspect or the concept which is there and used in our system, what we call as the credit. Uh, I'm sure many of you are aware of this term, but for your own proper understanding, I'm just elaborating, and also for those who have not yet understood it or else they are not aware of it. At IGNOU, various courses and the programs are weighed against credits. Say, for example, for a bachelor's degree program, one has to do, depending upon the program of study which you are pursuing, it could be for 96 credits, it could be for 102 credits, it could be for 108 credits per year. Likewise, for the entire program, and that when divided by three, say for example, if it is a bachelor's degree for 96 credits, that means every year you have to complete 32 credits. So is the case with the master's degree program. Like if a master's degree is for 64 credits, so each year you have to complete 32 credits, and this is how the distinction is made. What exactly is credit? Now, this is something which is very important you have to understand. Credit is nothing but the number of study hours in terms of the input which you are required to put in. कितने घंटे की पढ़ाई हमको करनी है, उसका जो माप है वो हम क्रेडिट के माध्यम से करते हैं. कोई कोर्स मान लीजिए अगर 4 क्रेडिट का है और 1 क्रेडिट बराबर हमने जो बताया कि नंबर ऑफ स्टडी आवर्स इन एट IGNOU वी हैव अबाउट 1 क्रेडिट इज इक्विवेलेंट टू 30 आवर्स ऑफ स्टडी. तो 4 क्रेडिट का कोर्स अगर कोई है तो 30 into 4 दैट मेक्स 120 आवर्स ऑफ स्टडी. तो 120 घंटे का आपको उसमें स्वाध्याय भी करना है, आपको असाइनमेंट भी लिखना है, सत्रीय कार्य भी करना है, आपको कार्यक्रम भी सुनना है, टीचर्स को भी सुनना है, अपना पीयर इंटरेक्शन भी करना है, अपने जो आपके साथ पढ़ने वाले सहपाठी हैं उनसे इंटरेक्ट करना है, टीचर से इंटरेक्ट करना है, डिफरेंट एस्पेक्ट्स. बट व्हाट इज इंपॉर्टेंट इज दैट ये 120 घंटे 4 क्रेडिट कोर्स के लिए आपको जरूरी है. Or when it comes to the counseling, it could be face-to-face counseling, it could be online counseling using various e-platforms, like it could be Google Meet, it could be Zoom, it could be WebEx, Microsoft Team, जो भी प्लेटफॉर्म यूज करें एकेडमिक काउंसलर्स, उस प्लेटफॉर्म पे जा करके आपको काउंसलिंग अटेंड करनी है. Attendance is not compulsory except for the practical component, जहाँ पे कंपल्सरी है, बट स्टिल माय एडवाइस वुड बी दैट प्लीज अटेंड द काउंसलिंग सेशन व्हिच आर इनवेरिएबली हेल्ड ऑन वीकेंड्स एंड हॉलीडेज. तो इसको आप लोग ध्यान दीजिएगा. और इसी से रिलेटेड जो दूसरा एस्पेक्ट आ रहा है कि 120 घंटे, उसी एग्जाम्पल को मैं लेके आपको एलैबोरेट कर रहा हूँ कि फॉर a course of 4 credits, which means 120 hours of study, 10% of the credit hours are devoted exclusively for counseling support. इसका मतलब ये हुआ कि 12 घंटा becomes the 10% of 120 hours of study, और उस 12 घंटे में हम मान के चलते हैं कि 2-2 घंटे का एक सेशन होता है अगर, तो 6 सेशन आपको मिलेंगे जो कि कंपेयर टू द कन्वेंशनल मोड, फॉर द सेम सब्जेक्ट टीचर्स टेक देयर अबाउट 12 सेशंस, 14 सेशंस, 16 सेशंस इन 6 months or maybe 1 year. We take only 6 सेशंस. तो जो 6 सेशन हम लेंगे नेचुरली कम होंगे, और जब कम होंगे तो हम तैयार नहीं होके आएंगे तो हमारा काउंसलिंग में आने का पर्पस गेट्स डिफीटेड. सो कम प्रिपेयर्ड इन दी online counseling sessions or face to face counseling session, and you are ready with your own difficulties. That is something which is very, very important. If you are able to do that, I'm sure you'll be in a better position to do it. But if you are not able to do it, just as many of the learners, they draw a blank face, they don't interact, they don't have any initiative in terms of providing support to themselves. तो तैयार रहेंगे तो ज़्यादा अच्छा रहेगा, और यही इसका मुख्य उद्देश्य है आपको काउंसलिंग सपोर्ट देने के लिए. तो दिस वाज नंबर 2, काउंसलिंग सपोर्ट. और इसी में बहुत सारे और मीडियम का हम इस्तेमाल करते हैं ऑनलाइन काउंसलिंग सपोर्ट के लिए. और यही हमारा अब तीसरा मीडियम की बात हम कर रहे हैं, जिसमें हम बोलते हैं कि यूज ऑफ इलेक्ट्रॉनिक मीडिया. इलेक्ट्रॉनिक मीडिया में आप लोगों ने सुना होगा, आपने पढ़ा होगा, आई एम श्योर एट द टाइम व्हेन यू वर टेकिंग एडमिशन, और इग्नू की वेबसाइट पे भी आपने देखा होगा. इग्नू में एक ज्ञानवाणी एफएम स्टेशन है. ये एफएम रेडियो स्टेशन है जिसपे कि हमारे कार्यक्रमों का प्रसारण नियमित ढंग से बोथ रिकॉर्डेड एंड ऑनलाइन हम करते हैं. उसमें सब्जेक्ट एक्सपर्ट्स आते हैं, वो चाहे स्कूल से हो, स्कूल ऑफ स्टडी से हो, चाहे वो एक्सपर्ट ड्रॉन फ्रॉम आउटसाइड हो. वो सारे जो एक्सपर्ट्स हैं, दे विल बी टॉकिंग अबाउट द प्रोग्राम विच इज बीइंग रिलेड on that particular day, time, and of course the area which is being taken. What is important is that you please check the schedule on the website of the university, और उसमें नियमित ढंग से जो कार्यक्रमों का प्रसारण होता है उसका एक शेड्यूल बना देते हैं हम लोग, जो कि हम लोग पहले से ही इलेक्ट्रॉनिक मीडिया प्रोडक्शन सेंटर के लिंक पे, जो आपको इग्नू की वेबसाइट पे मिलेगा, वहां पे आपको ये डिस्प्लेड है शेड्यूल. ये शेड्यूल आप पढ़ लीजिए. और जैसा मैंने आपको बताया कि 250 कार्यक्रम हैं, उन 250 में अगर ऑन एन एवरेज एक कार्यक्रम में 4, 6, 8 कोर्सेज हैं, तो यू कैन अंडरस्टैंड दैट मोर देन 1400-1500 कोर्सेज आर देयर. तो एक साल में आपके कोर्स की बारी, डिपेंडिंग अपॉन द नंबर ऑफ स्टूडेंट्स एनरोल्ड, वो उतना नहीं आएगी जितना कि आप सोचेंगे. बट स्टिल दैट सपोर्ट इज वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट, नंबर 1. नंबर 2, रिसोर्स पर्सन से आप इंटरैक्ट कर सकते हैं. कोई क्लैरिफिकेशन लेना है तो रेडियो स्टेशन पे ये कार्यक्रमों का प्रसारण सीधे होता है, आप उस समय उनसे डायरेक्ट बात करके क्लैरिफिकेशन ले सकते हैं इफ यू रिक्वायर एनी. सो दिस इज योर एफएम स्टेशन. दूसरा है ज्ञान दर्शन, टेलीविजन का चैनल है ये, जो कि प्रसार भारती के माध्यम से इंदिरा गांधी राष्ट्रीय मुक्त विश्वविद्यालय, यूनिवर्सिटी ग्रांट्स कमीशन, एनसीईआरटी, इनके कार्यक्रमों का प्रसारण हम लोग करते हैं. यूजीसी टेक्स केयर ऑफ द हायर एजुकेशन कंपोनेंट, इग्नू टेक्स केयर ऑफ द सो कॉल्ड programs which are being offered through the ODL system, including that of by the open university systems which are operating elsewhere within the different parts of the country. वहाँ के और हमारे मुख्यतः कार्यक्रमों का प्रसारण हम ज्ञान दर्शन पे करते हैं, जहाँ पे आपको 1 वे वीडियो एंड 2 वे ऑडियो की फैसिलिटी रहती है. रिसोर्स पर्सन हमारे उसके स्टूडियोज में जाते हैं और वो लोग वहाँ पे आपको बताते हैं उस विषय के बारे में. इसका भी शेड्यूल अपलोडेड है. इसके साथ साथ में हमारे कुछ स्वयं मिनिस्ट्री ऑफ एजुकेशन के स्वयं प्रभा चैनल हैं, जो कि विभिन्न कार्यक्रमों का प्रसारण करते हैं. उस पर हम अपने कार्यक्रमों को देख सकते हैं और उससे लाभान्वित हो सकते हैं. फिर एक ज्ञान धारा कंप्यूटर मीडिएटेड एकेडमिक सपोर्ट है हमारा कुछ कार्यक्रमों के लिए, उसको हम लोग देख सकते हैं. और उसके साथ साथ में बहुत सारे हमारे जो स्कूल के फैकल्टी मेंबर्स हैं, स्कूल के कलीग्स हैं, वो आपको डायरेक्ट भी टीचिंग करेंगे, डायरेक्ट आपको लेक्चर देंगे। और वो जो लेक्चर देंगे वो, चूंकि वो नेशन वाइड हमारे कार्यक्रम जाते हैं, तो फेसबुक पे, जिस प्रकार से ये कार्यक्रम अभी फेसबुक पे लाइव जा रहा है, ऐसे ही हमारे कार्यक्रमों का प्रसारण पर्टिकुलरली ऑफ दी डिफरेंट सब्जेक्ट्स इज डन live on Facebook as well. So my advice to you would be that please continuously check the website of the university, see what are the programs which are likely to be, transmitted on a particular day or in a particular week, and whatever comes to your mind that yes, this is what is important for me from the perspective of my program and the course, you must try to participate in that program. And apart from these social media, it could be Facebook, it could be YouTube. We have different online support which are provided to the learners to ensure that their teaching learning is second to none. You are provided one of the best possible support in terms of every aspect of pursuing your academic studies. This is something which is very, very important. So please understand this aspect that you will be provided face-to-face counseling depending upon the situation until March 2020, when pandemic had just started. We were continuing our face-to-face interaction, but since then, we have been conducting online counseling session, and every counseling detail would be provided on the website of the regional center Delhi 3. प्लीज ये आप इंश्योर करिएगा। बहुत सारी सूचनाएं, जैसे मैंने आपको ज्ञान दर्शन, ज्ञानवाणी, एफएम स्टेशन के बारे में, ज्ञानधारा के बारे में और बाकी सारी चीजों के बारे में बताया, उनका डिटेल आपको इग्नू की वेबसाइट पे मिलेगा। लेकिन जो हमारे स्टडी सेंटर का काउंसलिंग शेड्यूल है वो आपको आरसी दिल्ली 3 के वेबसाइट पे मिलेगा। और आरसी दिल्ली 3 का वेबसाइट जब आप खोलिएगा, होम पेज खोलिएगा, तो वहां पे स्टूडेंट कॉर्नर है। उस स्टूडेंट कॉर्नर के लिंक पे, होम पेज पे ही ऊपर है वो, उसको आप क्लिक करिएगा तो लेफ्ट मार्जिन पे आप देखिएगा बहुत सारे सब लिंक्स आएंगे, उसमें काउंसलिंग शेड्यूल आ जाएगा। और काउंसलिंग शेड्यूल उसके अंदर जब आप क्लिक करिएगा फॉर डिफरेंट ईयर्स, फॉर डिफरेंट सेशंस, तो जैसे ही आप जनवरी 2021 के लिए क्लिक करेंगे, जुलाई 2021 के लिए, आपको इमीडिएटली वो स्टडी सेंटर वाइज डिटेल आ जाएगा। और जिस स्टडी सेंटर के स्टूडेंट हैं आप, उस स्टडी सेंटर का आप देख करके आप चेक कर सकते हैं कि कब उन्होंने काउंसलिंग प्रपोज किया है, एंड देन अकॉर्डिंगली यू कैन अटेंड दोस काउंसलिंग सेशन। Please remember the number of students, those who are attached to a particular study center and the platform which is being used. Many times it may so happen that if you are late, you may be denied entry or you may not be given the entry because वो उसकी कैपेसिटी पूरी हो जाती है। तो समय पे जाएं, समय पे अटेंड करने की कोशिश करें और समय पे ही ये आप तैयार होकर के रहें, जिससे कि आपका ये सब्जेक्ट मैटर क्लियर रहे और आपको किसी प्रकार की कोई भी परेशानी ना आए इन टर्म्स ऑफ अंडरस्टैंडिंग द कंटेंट ऑफ द प्रोग्राम। तो दिस इज हाउ वी आर ट्राइंग टू प्रोवाइड सपोर्ट टू द लर्नर्स। एंड इसके साथ साथ में जो प्रैक्टिकल कंपोनेंट वाला हमारा होता है, whether it is computer sciences or else it is sciences program like BSc and MSc, or programs in psychology and counseling and family therapy and in dietetics and food nutrition. All these are certain programs, जहाँ पे प्रैक्टिकल कंपोनेंट होता है। तो प्रैक्टिकल कंपोनेंट के लिए भी हम लोग स्टूडेंट्स को ऑनलाइन सपोर्ट देते हैं और उसको जब बनाया जाता है, आपको कन्वे किया जाता है, तो प्लीज ट्राई टू अटेंड दैट। लाइकवाइज प्रोग्राम्स लाइक बीएड हो गया, तो उसमें आपको स्पेल्स होते हैं, स्पेल 1, स्पेल 2, फर्स्ट ईयर का वर्कशॉप होगा, सेकंड ईयर का वर्कशॉप होगा, उसके अंदर इट विल बी एक्सपेक्टेड ऑफ यू टू अटेंड द वर्कशॉप। अटेंडेंस इज कंपल्सरी ओवर देयर। सो इज द केस विद द certain programs like postgraduate diploma in school leadership, postgraduate diploma in higher education, इसके अपने कॉन्टैक्ट स्पेल्स होते हैं। इसमें भी ये 3 दिन 4 दिन डिपेंडिंग अपॉन 6 दिन, जैसा भी कार्यक्रम है, जैसी उसकी आवश्यकता है, उसके अनुरूप ये कॉन्टैक्ट स्पेल है और उसमें अटेंडेंस इज मस्ट. You have to attend compulsorily for all days the program. And in case any one of you is suffering from COVID or else any other medical issues, please make sure that you do not attend that. And if you do it, you take all precautions. Number one. Number two, do not get panicky. सर मेरे कोविड हो गया था, मैं नहीं कर पाया और इस तरह से हुई, ऐसी कोई परेशानी की बात नहीं है. अगले सत्र में कर लीजिएगा स्टूडेंट्स के साथ, दूसरे बैच ऑफ स्टूडेंट्स के साथ. और ये जो एक हमने बताया कि इंडिविजुअलाइज स्टडी जो एक डिस्टिंग्विशिंग फीचर है इग्नू का, तो इंडिविजुअलाइज स्टडी में जो आपका फ्लेक्सिबल एडमिशन रूल तो है ही है, उसमें इन टर्म्स ऑफ पेस, प्लेस एंड ड्यूरेशन. तो पेस की जब बात आती है तो आपने देखा होगा कि 2 वर्ष का मास्टर डिग्री का एग्जाम्पल हम ले लेते हैं. 2 वर्ष का मास्टर डिग्री का प्रोग्राम वी कैन कंप्लीट इट इन 4 years time. It doesn't mean that you have to take 4 years to complete it. But because of certain exigencies, ongoing situation like COVID-19, or else it could be because of certain professional exigency, it could be family exigency, for personal exigency. If for one reason or the other you are not able to take it, you can always do it later. But do not get panicky about it, please. और बहुत सारी जो चीजें मैंने आपको बताई हैं, वो सारी चीजें आपको आपके स्टडी मटेरियल के साथ एक प्रोग्राम गाइड आती है, वो भी अपलोडेड है सॉफ्ट कॉपी. आप उसको डाउनलोड कर लीजिए, उसको पढ़ लीजिए. अधिकतर छात्रों की जो समस्याएं हैं वो कंटेंट रिलेटेड नहीं होती, सब्जेक्ट रिलेटेड नहीं होती, प्रोसीजर रिलेटेड. तो उसको अंडरस्टैंड करने के लिए आपको ये चीज समझना होगा. एंड माय sincere advice to all the newly admitted learners is that go through the program guide at least twice or thrice. Even the subject matter also cannot be understood in one go. So please go through the study material thoroughly, try to jot down the points, prepare brief notes, and accordingly do it. पास्ट ईयर क्वेश्चन पेपर्स आपको स्टूडेंट जोन में जाइएगा, इग्नू की मेन वेबसाइट पे, उसके अंदर आपको पास्ट ईयर क्वेश्चन पेपर्स मिल जाएंगे अपने प्रोग्राम संबंधित. यू विल हैव एन अंडरस्टैंडिंग व्हाट टाइप ऑफ क्वेश्चंस आर आस्क्ड. बट इट आल्सो डज नॉट इंप्लाई दैट इन केस एनी प्रोग्राम इज न्यूली लॉन्च, जैसे हमारे कुछ नए कार्यक्रमों का इस बार लॉन्च हुआ है, एमए ज्योतिष है, एमएससी इन एनवायरमेंटल स्टडीज है, एनवायरमेंटल साइंसेज है, एमए संस्कृत में है, और बहुत सारे ऐसे कार्यक्रम हैं जो नए लॉन्च हुए हैं. तो उसमें आपको किसी प्रकार से ये घबराहट नहीं होनी चाहिए, सर तो क्वेश्चन पेपर नहीं है, मैं कैसे करूं. अंडरस्टैंड द कंटेंट वेल. क्वेश्चंस जो आपके स्टडी मटेरियल में दिए गए हैं उनको समझिए, उनको देखिए, उनको आंसर करने की कोशिश करिए. एंड इफ यू आर एबल टू हैव एन अंडरस्टैंडिंग अबाउट इट, यू विल बी एबल टू आंसर द क्वेश्चंस. And if you are able to answer the questions, I don't see any reason as to why there should be any kind of a problem for you for understanding the content. So these were the so-called mediums through which we try to reach out to our learners. अपने छात्रों तक हम पहुंचते हैं और उनको एकेडमिक सपोर्ट और दूसरे सपोर्ट देते हैं in pursuing their program of study. Please remember 2-3 things very carefully. बहुत सारे स्टूडेंट्स कहते हैं कि सर हमारी ये प्रॉब्लम है, ये प्रॉब्लम है. अधिकतर प्रॉब्लम आपकी सॉल्व हो जाएंगी अगर आप प्रोग्राम गाइड को ध्यानपूर्वक अच्छे से पढ़ लीजिएगा एंड यू अंडरस्टैंड द सो कॉल्ड शेड्यूल ऑफ द प्रोग्राम ऑफ स्टडी and the various calendar, the activities which are to be followed by you within the specified time frame. COVID की वजह से बहुत सारी चीजें थोड़ा सा रीशेड्यूल हो रही हैं, बार बार रीशेड्यूल हो रही हैं, उसमें घबराइए नहीं, उसमें आप घबराइए नहीं. अपना बैलेंस बना करके आप उसको देखिए. बट सब तरह के अपडेट्स जो हैं वो हमारी वेबसाइट पे उपलब्ध रहते हैं, चाहे वो यूनिवर्सिटी की मेन वेबसाइट हो या रीजनल सेंटर की वेबसाइट है. ऑल द अपडेट्स आर वेरी क्लियरली given, be it related to the extension in the deadlines, be it related to the submission of the examination form, be it related to submission of the assignments at the respective links of the study center or regional center. All the details have been given. My advice is that go through the website of the university on a regular basis and also of the regional center on a regular basis for various updates. फॉर वन रीजन और दी अदर अगर फिर भी नहीं रिजॉल्व होता है, आपको चिट्ठी लिखना है, फोन को अवॉइड करें, फोन बहुत सारे आते हैं, कॉल इन वेटिंग होता है, नहीं उठ पाता है, becomes difficult, send us a mail, it will be duly responded. But when you are sending mail, you're writing an assignment, do mention certain basic details. Number one, your 10-digit enrollment number. Number two, your program of study. Number three, your course for which you are writing mail or submitting the assignment, and all other details which are being provided to you. All these things are very important for you as a learner. चूंकि आपका एनरोलमेंट नंबर 10 डिजिट का है, तो इसको मिक्स नहीं करिएगा अपने मोबाइल फोन से. Always mention your 10-digit enrollment number, your program of study, your regional center code, your study center name and code. And I'm sure that आप लोगों ने confirmation letter download कर लिया होगा from the link which has already been sent to you, along with the email which was sent to all the learners for this induction meeting. तो आप उसको वहां से डाउनलोड कर लीजिए, उसमें सारी जानकारी ब्रीफली दी गई है और उसको आप समझ लीजिए. ये जो सारा इतना आपको मैंने ब्रीफ किया है, idea is that you should be in a position to have an understanding about it, so that you don't have any kind of confusion or doubt in your mind. और यही इस इंडक्शन मीटिंग या परिचय सत्र जिसको हम लोग बोलते हैं, उसमें आपको बुलाने का यही एकमात्र उद्देश्य है कि आप चीजें अच्छे से समझ लें कि क्या हमारा मल्टीपल मीडिया अप्रोच है, किस ढंग से हम लोग अपने यहाँ पे शिक्षा प्रदान करते हैं और क्या आपकी अपनी जिम्मेदारी है. प्लीज रिमेंबर वन थिंग, दैट यू आर a proud learner of the world's largest university system. One. Number two, the only open university system in the country to have been accredited A++ grade by NAC. एक ही असेसमेंट एजेंसी है, नेशनल असेसमेंट एंड एक्रेडिटेशन काउंसिल, जिसको कि सभी एजुकेशनल इंस्टीट्यूशन को अपने को असेस कराना है, और उनका हाईएस्ट ग्रेड A++ वो हमारे विश्वविद्यालय को मिला है. और जितने भी मानक हैं हमारे शिक्षा संबंधित, एजुकेशन रिलेटेड, एजुकेशनल मैनेजमेंट रिलेटेड, उन सभी मानकों में एकदम से सबसे अच्छे स्टैंडर्ड पे हम लोग कार्य कर रहे हैं. और दूसरी एक बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट चीज आप लोगों को बताना चाहता हूं कि अभी बहुत हाल ही में हमारे विश्वविद्यालय को फर्स्ट रैंक ग्रांट किया है, अटल रैंकिंग फॉर इनोवेशन बाय द मिनिस्ट्री ऑफ एजुकेशन. एक ये असेसमेंट है जहां पे कि विश्वविद्यालय किस ढंग से इनोवेशन को और स्टार्टअप को अपने विश्वविद्यालय में प्रमोट कर रहा है, स्टूडेंट्स को इनकरेज कर रहा है. उसके लिए नॉन टेक्निकल कैटेगरी में बहुत सारे संस्थाओं ने इसमें भाग लिया था, जिसमें नामी सेंट्रल यूनिवर्सिटीज थी और बाकी और इंस्टीट्यूशंस थे, इंक्लूडिंग आईआईटीज. तो आईआईटीज, एनआईटीज और बाकी जो टेक्निकल इंस्टीट्यूशंस हैं, दे कम अंडर द कैटेगरी ऑफ द टेक्निकल कैटेगरी. हम लोग नॉन टेक्निकल कैटेगरी में थे, और नॉन टेक्निकल कैटेगरी में इंदिरा गांधी राष्ट्रीय मुक्त विश्वविद्यालय को पहला रैंक प्राप्त हुआ. It speaks volumes about the innovations that have been effected by the university in order to encourage online learning, teaching, and of course to promote innovation among the learners as well, and also the system as a whole. और बहुत सारी चीजें हम लोगों ने ऑनलाइन कर ली हैं, जो कि पहले उतना हम नहीं करते थे. हालांकि ये भी मैं बताना चाहूंगा अपने छात्रों को कि इंदिरा गांधी राष्ट्रीय मुक्त विश्वविद्यालय अग्रणी विश्वविद्यालयों में रहा है जिसने शुरुआत से ही ऑनलाइन सपोर्ट पे बहुत बल दिया। पहला विश्वविद्यालय जिसको कि जिसने रेडियो के माध्यम से, टेलीविजन के माध्यम से, कंप्यूटर मीडिएटेड सपोर्ट के माध्यम से अपने कार्यक्रमों का संचालन किया है और स्टूडेंट्स को सपोर्ट दिया है और निरंतर दे रहा है। और बहुत सारे कार्यक्रमों को ऑनलाइन हम पहले से भी करते थे और यही कारण है कि बहुत सारे कार्यक्रम हमारे ऑनलाइन भी उपलब्ध हैं। एक ये अंडरस्टैंडिंग आपको केवल देखना है कि आज की तारीख में सभी चीजें सुलभ हैं, सरल हैं, ऑनलाइन में सब कुछ उपलब्ध है हमारे उसमें विश्वविद्यालय में। आपके पास भी स्मार्टफोन है, अधिकतर छात्रों के पास, तो आपको कहीं दूर जाने की जरूरत नहीं है। आप घर बैठे हुए अपने जहाँ से कार्य कर रहे हैं वहाँ बैठे हुए आप ऑनलाइन जुड़ सकते हैं हमसे, चाहे वो काउंसलिंग सपोर्ट हो, चाहे वो हमारा इस तरह का कोई परिचय या इंडक्शन मीटिंग का प्रोग्राम हो या कुछ और हो। यू कैन इमीडिएटली गेट इन टच विद अस। चाहे आपको ऑनलाइन ज्ञान दर्शन के कार्यक्रम को देखना है, ऑनलाइन ज्ञानवाणी के कार्यक्रम को सुनना है, ऑनलाइन ज्ञान धारा के कार्यक्रमों में हिस्सा लेना है, सब कुछ ऑनलाइन हो गया है और ये सब हम लोग बहुत अच्छे ढंग से कर रहे हैं। और इसका असर ये है कि बहुत सारे छात्र और छात्राएं इससे लाभान्वित हो रहे हैं। आपको मैं बताना चाहूंगा कि हमारे यहाँ पे हर तरह के छात्र आते हैं, सीनियर गवर्नमेंट ऑफिशियल से लेकर के होल्डिंग द रैंक ऑफ द सेक्रेटरी, स्पेशल सेक्रेटरी, एडिशनल सेक्रेटरी, जॉइंट सेक्रेटरी, डायरेक्टर्स, सो ऑन एंड सो फोर्थ, पब्लिक सेक्टर अंडरटेकिंग के, डिफेंस फोर्सेस के, एनजीओज के, प्राइवेट सेक्टर के बहुत सारे स्टूडेंट्स होते हैं, एंड स्टूडेंट्स दोज हु आर fresh learners, just having completed their bachelor's degree for the master's program, their 12th class for the bachelor's program, and many of them are housewives, many of them are professionals working in different fields, many of them are having their own business. This is what is being the main forte of the system, that we draw students. When I said that we have a vast heterogeneous body of learners, let me tell you that Regional Center Delhi 3 draws one of the highest number of the learners in the country. This is one amongst the high enrollment regional centers. On an average, we are enrolling close to about 85 to 90,000 learners every year. You are one amongst them. And we are trying to provide support through our study centers, which are located in institutions of higher learning. The colleges affiliated to Delhi University, colleges affiliated to IP University, colleges affiliated to Gurugram University or MDU. All these are the colleges where our study centers are operational. You are enrolled over there. Teachers teaching there to their own students are going to teach you as well and provide you the academic support. So in terms of providing academic support and other procedure related support, of course, you will be given the best possible support. What is important is that you have to put in your best efforts just to ensure that you are able to achieve what you intend to do in terms of your own broad objectives and ambitions of your life. Please ensure that you put in the required effort in terms of the requirement of the program. Do not get slackened. शुरू से ही मेहनत करिएगा, बहुत अच्छा आएगा। हमारे यहाँ एंट्री is easy, but exit becomes at times difficult, not because of any reason, but only because of the reason that we are doing our best in terms of maintaining the standards. And that is the reason as to why जो accreditation की हमने बात की, वो academic content में, academic delivery में, we are following all the rigorous procedure of not only designing and developing a program, but the delivery mechanism as well. तो उसमें आपको किसी प्रकार का कोई संशय नहीं होना चाहिए. As a learner, each one of you are requested and advised to follow the requirement of the system and do it on a regular basis. Last but not the least, Let me congratulate all of you once again. And being now a part of the IGNOU family, we repose all the trust and confidence in you that you will uphold all the standards of the system and you will not do anything which is unbecoming of you as an IGNOU learner of this great institution, and of course, which lets you as well as lets us down. My all the best wishes to each one of you for all your future endeavors. Thank you so much for your patient hearing. Thank you.